All right, here we go. Off to do some more motorized biking. So in this video, usually what I'll do is just ride my bike around and talk about whatever projects I've got going on. Right now, no one's surprised, that is the Briggs build. A lot of fun. A lot more work to do. There she be. I have a Comet style torque converter coming in the mail for that soon. So that should be fun. Oh, that's gonna be gross on the mic. Turn our fuel on. It is very, very windy today. Gusts are at 50 miles an hour. There's some broken tree limbs on the ground. It's pretty wild for a sunny day, but here in North Dakota, we don't even let the sunny days be the nice ones. Oh wow, this is quite a big seat change from my motorcycle, which you'll see a review of that coming along soon. But yeah, it's always fun to get out on the motorized bike every once in a while. Better watch out for this branch. There we go. Come on. I still can't believe this thing's running on such old gas. Alright, I'm gonna reach down and get rid of the choke now. Hopefully this is in focus for you guys. I'm still trying to get all the settings figured out in this camera. I got the exposure figured out now. I notice I do sit a little more lean forward on this bike, which means looking at the ground for the camera, so I'll do my best to keep my chin up so you guys can see. Oh, dust storm out there. That's it's actually pretty common around here, especially in the season when there are not crops holding the dirt in place. After tilling, a lot of times you'll see big dust storms. Man, this bike is just a champ. Just keeps on going. Got 6-month-old fuel in it. Doesn't care. Whatever. Just rolls on. But yeah, back to business. The Briggs. Lots of fun. Ow. I just got hit with like a hornet or something in my leg. Anyway. The Briggs, lots of more work to do on that. That's going to be a long-term project, but I think, in my opinion anyway, it is worth it. Because I've always wanted to do just like some custom build. Oh, this guy doesn't know which side of the road to be on. Oh, I guess this is just his workshop. I wouldn't want to be laying under that in the street, but whatever. Anyway. Yeah, so this Briggs, it's getting the parts, guys. I decided I'm not going to cheap out on everything. I decided to get a torque converter instead of a centrifugal clutch, because I've had a lot of bikes with centrifugal clutches, and you know, the and the ting 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 ting, I mean, it gets a little old, you know. And it'd be nice to have, you know, some torque at the bottom instead of none. So yeah, that is the plan. I will be putting on the Comet style torque converter, or TAV2 I think they also call it. We're going to be pushing the horsepower limit a bit because according to oh, I gotta adjust this camera, there we go. according to what I've been reading with the mods I got, we might be over the 8 horsepower limit on this CVT style torque converter transmission. So yeah, if it shits, it shits. So I guess it all depends on how I romp on it and how I don't. I'm planning on keeping the gear really low. We're like low top speed, so not eating any belts. Top speed's gonna be ideally 20 to 25 miles an hour. I don't need to go any faster than that, especially with this build. I got other vehicles for that. So yeah, that's the plan. It's gonna have a jack shaft after the torque converter. I'll call it a torque converter. It's technically a CVT, but the industry lingo in go-kart and mini bike world is torque converter. So anyway, so yeah, it's going to be torque converter. Output of that's going to be a number 40 or 41 chain, whatever the motorized bikes use, that pitch, and that's going to go on to the oh wait, I take that back. I might have bought the wrong one. Because I needed the 35, because that's what the input side of my jack shaft is. Oops. My input side is 35, the output's 40 or 41. Yeah, I'm going to have to double check that. I might end up buying a separate sprocket, which will probably be like $10 on its own without the shipping. The cheapness got to me. I said I wasn't going to cheap out on everything, and I did anyway. This is how I figure, though. You see your average CV or centrifugal clutch is going for like, $25 to $29 these days, and it's like $52 for the torque converter. And I'm like, I'm definitely going to go through at least one clutch, so what the hell, why not? So that's why I went with the torque converter for overall better experience, and the price gap is a lot smaller these days. But yeah, I might have to order another sprocket for that. Other thing on that bike is, man, this bike's just a trooper. This one just keeps on going. Other thing on that Briggs build, I've been looking into like a free wheel. For the rear wheel, they make reverse thread ones, so you can flip your wheel around, and or they make left-hand side ones. I don't know if the threads are reversed. I have to double check that. But my idea would be to flip the wheel around and have a BMX style sprocket on the left side, so that way I'd still have room for my jack shaft, but I could have pedals. So that's an option. We'll see if that ends up happening. I know the pedals are a big thing for a lot of people. They're not as much for me, but because as you can see, I'm not really pedaling at all right now. But if I can do it and it's not too expensive or too difficult to engineer, I probably will. So that's where that's at. As for the hand controls, a lot of this is still just in my mind right now. Nothing's like permanent, but right now I think I'm probably going to run something like this. Just dual pull lever like that. That activates the front and rear, and then there'll be no clutch. Actually, I don't need a dual pull lever because there won't be a clutch because it's an automatic. So yeah, I'll just do mountain bike style brakes, one lever on each side. I'm not a fan of the coaster brakes because it just seems to lock up the rear wheel. Wow, the dust storm's going pretty good up there. Let's go take a look at it. Hope nothing vibrates off. Oh, and then that's where it gets uncomfortable. Yeah, I might put a better seat on this bike eventually. I'm not exactly sure what I'll do on the Briggs bike for a seat. I might build like some custom longer one that ties into the rear axle. I know a lot of people like that, the banana style seat. Wow. Yeah, I'm getting a little dust in my helmet even. I don't know if you guys can see that, but all that dirt on that field going across the highway up there. I can't see behind me. Oh shit, there's a car coming. I'm gonna get off of this. This is not safe for a low-speed vehicle. Oh, and I forgot how tall this bike is. Oh, well, that's nice. Wow, it's windy. Oh, and there's a car coming that way too. I better get off of here. This was stupid. This was stupid. Ugh. Well, if you see this uploaded, you know I made it. Alright, come on, pedals. Let's go. Getting out of the way of traffic. Alright. Woo! We made it. Did not get run over by 70-mile-an-hour speed cars. Other thing that I'm floating around the idea of on the Briggs bike, since this seems to be a Briggs bike update vlog, I'm debating changing out the rear wheel to a 20-inch. I'm not sure I want to because I'm not a fan of the CNC clamp style sprocket hubs, which is necessary for a 20-inch, because they always seem to cause issues for me and get loose, which I know there's Loctite and you can just crank it tighter, but I don't like the design, but I've had to use them in the past. But yeah, it depends on how bad I want the pedals, which isn't that bad at the moment, but we'll see. So I might end up doing that, putting a 20-inch BMX wheel on the back, then keeping the big 26 up front, which will get it even lower, which means I got to be careful with my pedal crank, how long it is, so I don't hang up on the corners and whatnot. Yeah, the Briggs build is very slowly spiraling out of control. After I got the motor on, I kind of realized how ridiculous it was to be putting a Briggs flathead, like 5-horse, they call it 5-horse factory. It's not going to be 5-horse, so I'm done with it. But yeah, it's a huge motor. It shouldn't be on a bike, to be honest. It just shouldn't. It's ridiculously oversized. It throws the weight balance off entirely. It's stupid, guys. It's stupid. I'm just doing it more so of the challenge to say I can do it. I don't think that the bike's going to be comfortable or handle particularly well, to be honest. But it's going to look cool when I'm done, and it's going to be a thing, okay? It's not a box kit. Everybody's got their own little box kit. Anyone can buy something like this and throw it on an old mountain bike like I did. Well, not anyone, but most of you guys can. And I've built a lot of these. Whoa, struggling to get up that hill with the wind. And I just wanted to build one that wasn't a kit. That's pretty much it. That moment when the 2-stroke becomes a 4-stroke. Oh, coming in hot. Anyway, yeah, I think that's about all I got for updates for today. So, it's nice riding weather, but aside from the wind. But I think we're gonna call it a day. If you guys like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, any comments about the Briggs build, this video, this bike, whatever, put them down there in the comments. Sometimes I answer them. If you want to see more videos like this, just make sure to subscribe. And yeah, that's all I got for today. I'll see you guys next time.